Yeah, I know, Bobby, I know, but I can't even get out of bed right now. Yes, I'm calling from home. Come on. I don't know how I caught it, Bobby. There's probably something going around. No, you handle it, Bobby. That's your problem, all right? I'm taking the day off. End of story. Jerk, what a jerk.
Well, that was quite a performance.
Things a working girl has to do to get a day off.
Well, you must really get tired of it.
Oh, just try not to think of it. It's life. Think about it all the time.
Why don't you stop thinking about it and do something about it?
You are really starting to sound like a priest.
I am a priest.
Yeah, well, I know what I've gotten myself into, Father Michael, and I know all the reasons that I should get out of it. Talk is cheap. And I'm not.
The complete Elvis, just what I've always wanted. How did you know? You know, Christmas was yesterday. I guess your split personality has you on a delayed schedule.
So I'm a day late. You got me juggling 1,000 different things. I'm lucky to have time to breathe, much less buy a present.
Oh, I'm sure you managed to find time to buy presents for Julia Wainwright. I'll tell you what, you can have your collection of Elvis back. I'm not really interested in it, since the only reason you bought it for me was to try to soften me up.
Did you eat a rattlesnake for breakfast or something? What's got you so riled up, girl?
You left here days ago and went over to Julia's. Meanwhile, Brandon's in the hospital. No one knows whether he's going to live or die, and you're over drinking hot toddies and eggnog with Julia.
I came by to see Brandon.
Who did? You or Mason?
Whoa, hang on there. Is that what this is all about? For your information, I was nowhere near Miss Wainwright. At least not spiritually.
What is that supposed to mean?
I mean that Mason spent some time with Julia, but I came by to see you and Brandon.
Can't you keep Mason under control? When are you going to learn how to do that once and for all?
You think I like losing my personality to a man that doesn't even have a personality? Besides, it's completely out of my hands.
Completely out of your hands. Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing that excuse. Why can't you learn how to control your own schizophrenia?
I've managed to live my life for a long time without you watching over me. Will you please don't do that now?
Julia, I just want to know if you're planning on seeing Mason again, that's all.
Please be quiet.
Look, I understand. It was Christmas. He's the father of your child. There's some mistakes we can't remedy. That's one of them. Hopefully, no one will hold it against Samantha when she grows up.
If you could have seen them together, Augusta, he was so good with her.
Oh, don't you understand? That is the way he wants you to think. Something happened at that mass, didn't it? Because I saw it in your face when you came home that night. You think you can fool me, Julia, but I know you better than you know yourself.
Nothing happened in that mass, Augusta. We went to mass, we prayed, and we came home.
He did something terrible, didn't he? Like suggest he was going to take Samantha away from you or something ghastly like that,
He didn't suggest anything. He acted like a perfect gentleman until the last minute, when by accident he just got overwhelmed and...
What? What? What did he do?
He kissed me. All right? Are you satisfied?
Yeah, you know, this thing, it just, I mean, you look, it's the most amazing light. I mean, it just keeps, it's like hypnotizes you.
You still think it has its power?
Would it matter if it did?
Not really. Because it gave me the greatest Christmas I've ever had.
Really, I think its power came from all the Christmas spirit we felt and saw on our little jaunt.
You know, I'm going to ask you a question. When you were standing here, were you thinking about making another wish? Mm-hmm.
Well, he did say just one. Besides, I don't think I'd really know what to wish for. Everything I could ever want is right here in my arms.
You sure left in a hurry this morning.
I had some errands to run. And I also wanted to get her a little early, make sure the place didn't fall apart in our absence.
What kind of errands?
Well, let's just say I'm taking precautions to ensure that the last few days that we've had together doesn't fall apart just because we're back from vacation.
Meaning?
Meaning, I would like to do something in way of saying thanks.
Thanks for what?
For helping me see through a lot of pain and bad memories. You really helped me out, and I'm not going to forget that. So I'd like to do something kind of wonderful and romantic for you, just for the sake of being wonderful and romantic.
Looks like I'm going to have to keep my day wide open.
Sounds good. I love you.
I love you too. Thanks. Why wouldn't it work?
I don't believe for a second that it's just money that's keeping you from turning your back on all of this.
Hey, what can I say? I'm a lousy version of the American dream. It's a vicious circle, you know. The more I make, the more I spend. The more I spend, the harder it is to spend less. You know what I mean.
I know what you mean, but I think it's a cop-out. What is it that you're really running away from?
Maybe people who ask too many questions.
Especially the right ones.
Tired of having to explain myself to people like I was some kind of oddity or something. Well, you think I didn't want all the other things that the girls I went to high school with wanted? You think I didn't dream of all those things? Well, I did, Father Michael, and guess what? I got them. And I wonder how many of those little prom queens that I went to high school with can say that.
You got a nice car, you got expensive clothes. Are you happy?
You don't stop, do you?
No, are you happy?
I'm a hell of a lot happier than all those other girls I went to high school with, I bet.
But are you happy?
I don't have time to be happy. I'm too busy trying to stay alive. Look, Father Michael, you're a really nice guy, you know, but you gotta know when to stop pushing people. Hey, this is what I do. This is what I do. You're a priest, I'm a hooker, and life goes on.
But I can help you change that.
No, I don't want your help. Look, wherever I end up, whatever I do, I want to be the only one responsible for that. I'm not dragging anybody else into it.
Look, I'm not trying to upset you.
Oh, really? Well, you're doing a hell of a job.
And I'm not trying to sound like a priest, but I am trying to get through to you as a friend.
Oh, really? Well, then leave it alone.
Good,
Just
fine.
leave it alone.
Suit yourself. I'll do this.
Wait. No, wait.
Look, this was a special circumstance. It probably won't happen again.
Why can't you just be one person?
I thought you wanted me to get close to Julia, find out what she's got up her sleeve as far as this oil rig case goes.
You said you were going to get close to her. You didn't say you were going to let Mason get close to her. What happens if he tells her everything? We're as good as dead.
He had several chances to do that, and he didn't. I don't think he would, even if I'd let him.
Well, I wouldn't be too confident if I were you.
Look, the important thing is that Mason is under control and I'm back in the saddle. What we have to do is get on this Capwell attack.
Hell, no one wants that more than I do. I mean, if Cece hadn't chased Keith out of town, then Brandon would have never been in the chapel. He never would have gotten hurt. I'm going to make Cece pay for that.
Well, you're going to get a chance to do just that. I better get over to Julia. She's going to want an excuse for last night as much as you did. Bye, darling.
Stop staring at me. It's no big deal. And you don't even know why it happened, how it happened, or what happened. I mean, people kiss each other all the time at Christmas. It's no big deal.
Come on, Julia. There are kisses, and then there are kisses.
Talk, talk, talk. Chatter, chatter, chatter. Push, push, push. That's all you do until I explode. You're worse than a gossip monger.
Listen to me. I understand how easy it is to fall back into a trap, especially when it's a person you should stay away from. I should know. I've done it enough times. It was the hardest thing I ever had to do when I left Lionel, but then I realized that he had left me long before I left him. Mason is gone, and he's never going to come back completely.
I know that. And I don't want him back. It's just not that easy to erase just like that, the fact that I loved that man.
Just keep it in the past tense.
It is in the past. I'm trying to do it, Augusta, but I have to find a way to do it on my own, and you can't help me. Nobody can.
Okay, fine, accepted. But I'm your sister, And if I see that you're not strong enough to do it, I'm going to step in because I am not going to stand by idly. And once you hurt yourself, don't you expect that from me. I said close your eyes. Close your eyes.
Okay. Well, it's hard when you're reading.
Close your eyes, shut your mouth. Open your hand.
Well, this is sounding better every second. I trust you, you know.
Do you? You shouldn't.
Don't hurt me.
First,
Oh, okay.
No. Put your hands out. You get the kiss, you don't get to touch. Okay, you can open your eyes.
Oh, what's this?
Merry Christmas.
Oh, great. Oh, great. Very classy box. Oh, darling. It's great. The Orient Express. How did you get it?
I have friends in high places, namely Santa Claus.
Oh, look at the door. The conductor to the door opens. That's so great. I feel terrible. You know, all the running around. I didn't really have a chance to.
It's okay.
What?
What?
I got a cramp. Oh, crap. Oh, it was only this.
You're so bad.
Well, I'll be. You know, I think you do have friends in high places. Looks like Santa was looking out for you. This has your name on it.
Santa Cruz or Santa Claus?
Just says Santa, I think.
Oh. This is beautiful.
It's one baby diamond for each year we've been together, and a big one for this year in honor of the baby.
It's perfect.
You're perfect. This Christmas has been perfect. It's reminded me how important it is to not let the problems that are going around get inside our hearts. You know, we could just do that. We could have our own little bit of Christmas every day. Wouldn't that be nice?
Oh, wait a second. I don't remember asking you to sit down.
You're Crystal? It's Crystal, right?
Who's asking?
Somebody told me I could find you here.
Somebody told you? Oh, and who might that be?
That's a lot of who's you're asking about. Look, I'm not very good at this. I want it to be as easy as possible.
You want what to be as easy as possible?
Come on, lady. You want to make me have to say this out loud? Can't we just go? Can we just leave without talking about it?
Look, I'm not saying another word to you. I'm not going anywhere until you told me who sent you.
Bobby. His name's Bobby, okay?
Well, your friend Bobby made a little mistake, because it's my day off, sweetheart.
Don't do this to me. Do you know how hard it was for me to come down here? This is the first time that Can we please just agree on a price and get out of here before somebody I know sees me?
All right, look, I'm sorry. I'm having a bad day right now. Sorry.
And I'm worth every single penny.
You have a right to remain silent. You have a right to an attorney. Anything you say can and will be held against you in a court of law. Merry Christmas, Punkin.
Well, I certainly hope this doesn't go on much longer. I can't stand visiting Brandon in that terrible hospital room. Every time I go to see him, it brings back all the horrible memories of how I almost lost him.
Hey, you didn't lose him. He's alive. He's going to be fine. You got no reason to think about the pain. That's all in the past. You got to start thinking about good things now.
You're always so positive. How come you have such a great outlook on life? How do you do it?
Good Italian cooking. It builds strong character. Sustanza.
Oh, Bunny, you've helped me so much, you know. I don't know how I could have gone through this whole ordeal without you. I don't know how to thank you.
Don't worry about it. That's what friends are for.
I'm gonna go get my coat. What is it? Something wrong?
What? No. Nothing. Just business. Just business.
Oh, don't look so glum. Can't be that bad.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
You ready to go? Brandon's waiting.
Listen, why don't you go on ahead without me? I just got to make a little phone call. I'll meet you there in a bit.
All right. You sure you're okay?
Sure, everything's fine. I just got to make this call so I don't forget.
All right, as long as you don't forget to come and see Brandon, or he'll be very disappointed.
I'll be there. I'll be there.
All right, I'll see you in a little while.
All right. Come on, Uncle Mario. You got to pick a time like now to make my life miserable.
What do you want?
I was thinking about lunch.
Oh, shoot. I'm busy. Can't. Bye.
You gotta eat.
But I don't have to eat with you.
Did you, hear about Brandon? It's wonderful, wasn't it? Makes you believe in miracles again.
Some miracles.
Look, Julie, I don't blame you for being mad.
I'm glad to see that you can read some of the signs that I'm giving off. Now read my lips. Get out of my office.
I can explain about last night.
Mason, your explanations are boring me to death, along with your lies.
It's not a lie. The truth is, I was ashamed.
Give me a break, will you? Ashamed? You were ashamed?
It's true, I was ashamed that I was feeling so close to you because I knew that I didn't deserve it.
Good. So you humiliated me and left me standing there like a bimbo?
No, that wasn't my intention, but things were just moving too fast.
You used to be really good at this, very convincing. You can turn any lie and make it seem like the truth. And up till now, I have been gullible enough to fall for it almost every time. Do me a favor. Give me a break. Stop hurting me. I admit it. I can't take it. I'm not strong enough.
The last thing I want to do is hurt you, Julia.
Don't you think it's a little late to be saying this to me?
Well, let me put it this way. I don't want to hurt you anymore.
Fine. Then turn around, walk out, open up the door, and get out.
You know that's not the answer.
What is the answer, then, Mason? I've given you every chance humanly possible and then some, and you just prove to me every time that you are uninterested.
No, I am interested. I want things to be good between us again, Julia, but I want to deserve it.
Blah, 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 blah.
You want this to be difficult for me, don't you?
Not any more difficult than you've made it for me.
Then I guess I've got my work cut out for me.
That is the understatement of the year.
So what do you think? I think it's great. I mean, I think it's worth a try.
I should have thought of it a long time ago.
No, at least it came to you. I don't know when Cruz is going to be home, but what we can do is go to the police station and pitch the idea to him.
You don't mind?
No, give me something worthwhile to do. Let me just take care of some stuff, okay?
Great, Eden. Thanks.
Isn't it cute?
So tiny.
Did you see these?
You know what, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
You're probably really sick of this question, but, how does it feel?
You mean the baby, the pregnancy?
Yeah.
Well, there's about 15,000 responses to that. I mean, you have physical and emotional and psychological, intellectual. Pick one.
Well, I can imagine that the physical is probably pretty awful, so we can skip that one. I guess what I really want to know is does the emotional outweigh it?
Well, I don't know what most people would say, but for me, I would say yes. No doubt it does. And I mean, it changes everything for you. It changes your outlook, your ideas. You have this living, growing thing inside of you. It's not just that you know it, you feel it. Why, are you thinking of taking the plunge?
Yeah, Well, we can just say that it's been planted in my head.
You don't sound too enthusiastic about it.
I'm sure it's as wonderful and fulfilling as everyone says it is for some women. Like you, I can imagine you having been in love with the idea of having children since you were a little girl.
Absolutely not, no. I didn't want kids. I did not want kids. I resented it. I didn't want to talk about it. In fact, it created a lot of tension between the two of us.
I can imagine. So what caused the turnaround?
Cruz, mainly. He's always been able to teach me things, you know, how to see things. And the one really important thing was to see that there's beauty in being able to relive your past through the eyes of your future. I started really thinking about what it would be like, you know, to bring a life into the world. Somebody who had those qualities, the qualities of the person that you love. Some little person walking around with those qualities that Cruz has. And then I couldn't stop thinking about it.
You make it sound so simple, so easy.
Simple, maybe. Easy, never.
Scott!
Hey, Michael.
Hey.
How you doing?
So how were the slopes, huh?
Well, let's just say that the slopes, I think, can do without me.
Oh, yeah?
But other than that, the vacation was fantastic.
Good, good. Glad to hear it. I'm looking for my little sister.
Yeah, well, she was just here, but I was just reading this letter that she left me, that she went to see Cruz about something. She'll be back in a little while.
Okay, well, then I'll be back in a little while.
I can't promise that she's going to be here.
You just said that... Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So I guess the holidays weren't quite long enough for you two?
Well, let's just say that it's probably the first Christmas in a very long time that I wasn't counting the days till it was over.
You know, I'm really glad the two of you enjoy being together so much right now. It's important for her. Sometimes Heather gets so wrapped up in what's inside other people that she forgets what's going on inside herself. She needs that, and she needs somebody to turn to.
Well, after last weekend, I plan on making sure that she always has me to turn to.
Well, I'm very glad to hear that. And I look forward to a more formal announcement in the near future.
Oh, boy, this fraternal instinct sort of just pops right out, doesn't it?
Well, I never got to hassle her boyfriends in high school, so I guess I take it out on you.
Oh, yeah, I see. Well, look, you can dish it out, I can take it, all right? But let me just tell you, you have nothing to worry about. I think I want Heather to be just as happy as you want her to be. And I'm going to make sure that nothing gets in the way of that.
Somewhere in Jack Rawson's psychosis, he has convinced himself that he is the rapist. He's starting to convince other people it concerns me.
It's because everybody else is sick and tired of being scared, so they're hanging on to his confession like a life draft.
You agree that he's not the man we're looking for?
Agreed. However, he knows too many details, and that's what's turning the tide for a lot of people.
There's no doubt there's some kind of connection there, but we're not going to be able to find it as long as he's a suspect. We have to discredit the man's confession somehow.
Great. How are you going to do that?
I want to take him to the warehouse where you were held, try to break him down. You don't have to be there, but you're going to have to tell me again what happened in that closet. Look, Julia, I know you've been through it 1,000 times. I'm sorry to have to ask you to go through it 1,001.
If I'm going to do it, I'll do it all the way.
What do you mean?
What I mean is that if it's something that'll help me find out who's responsible for this, then I'll see you there.
And now back to the Emmy Award-winning Santa Barbara.
Must be your first time inside. Trust me, all that pacing and worrying ain't gonna get you out of here any faster. Save your strength for the street.
I don't do street corners.
Oh, well, la-dee-da, aren't we all high and mighty?
Look, I haven't had the best day, so do you mind putting a lid on it?
Do you ever make any money, lady? Or do you scare all your Johns off? I'm sorry. Yeah, don't apologize. I was plenty mad the first time they dragged me inside, too.
Well, I don't plan on making a habit of this, that's for sure. You know something? I just bet Bobby set me up for this for taking one day off.
Bobby's your pimp.
Yeah.
Yeah, well. Let me give you a little bit of street advice. Get away from him. Whatever way you can. Pimps are worse than vampires.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, just tell him to bug off.
Yeah, and never work again, right?
It's not like that. I've been on my own for 5 years now working. No sweat.
Come on. Nobody walks away from a pimp.
All right. So he dumped me. But the end result's always the same, ain't it? I don't have him breathing down my neck anymore.
Why'd he dump you?
Men do that. Lovers or pimps, it's always the same. It all boils down to being used.
You sound like you've been hurt pretty bad a couple of times.
Nothing that a lot of money can't fix.
I don't know about that, you know. I think there's probably still a few decent guys out there.
Not enough to keep us out of business, believe me.
You know, I had this...
This is it, huh?
Well, you tell me.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of remember. It's hazy. I use so many of these places, they all start to look the same.
Really, I would think you'd remember this place. You did keep a woman locked up here, didn't you?
That's right, I did.
Are you all right?
You remember what I did to you, don't you?
Why don't you tell us exactly what you did?
Why should I? You know already. It's in that little file of yours.
Refresh my memory.
I made her life a living hell. I locked her up for days. I tortured her. Didn't I?
Where did you lock me up, John?
Here. Over there. Here. Yeah, I remember now. I was in here. I told you I don't remember so good sometimes. But this is the place. It was right in here.
And you kept her there in the dark, then?
Yeah. No, the light was on. I painted the bulb to make it dark, but not too dark. Because I wanted to see her fear.
And she never got out?
Never. She was my prisoner. She was my slave. Except, wait a minute. Except one time. One time she did come out.
Did you bring her out?
Yeah. No, I mean, no. She got away from me. She got away from me for a second.
How did I get away, Jack?
You got away. You broke this glass. You tried to cut me. But nobody cuts me. Nobody scares me because they all pay. Every last one of them.
So you made her pay? You made Julia pay?
You're damn right. You know how.
Tell me what happened when she got away.
Ask her. She knows. She knows better than anybody. Go on, lady, tell him. Tell him how I dragged you back into the closet. Go on. Tell him how I raped you. Tell him how I raped you. What's the matter here? What's going on? Don't you believe me? I tell you, I am the one. I am the one who did it. I'm the guy.
Julia was never raped, Jack.
No. No. I did it. I know. Tell him.
He never touched me.
You're lying. You're trying to trick me, but it's not going to work. I remember.
No, there is nothing to remember now. It's over. It's okay. Relax.
No, it's not over. I'm guilty. Give me a lie detector test. Then you'll believe me. Give me a lie detector test, please.
Jack, calm down. Calm down. Hey.
It was me. I'm going to go out and do it again.
Jack, wait a second. Stop it. No. That's enough.
It was my crime. My crime. I did it, I tell you. It's mine.
Hurry. Take him to the hospital and post a guard.
No one else. It's my crime. No one. It's mine. Mine.
Are you all right?
Why did I do that to him? What was I thinking? That bastard is still out there.
I don't have anybody else to call, so I hope it wasn't too much of a problem for you to come down.
Well, as a matter of fact, I didn't enjoy bailing you out of a jail cell, and it wasn't the inconvenience.
All right, look, I don't need any more lectures today from you.
You know, when you care about somebody, you want to make sure that they hear what you're trying to tell them.
I hear you.
Well, then, victory is within sight.
Don't get too carried away.
You all right? You okay?
It's probably just from being in this cold cell all day. Oh, yeah, I'll probably be punished now for pretending to get sick. Now I'm really gonna get sick.
There's a clinic next to the chapel. Let me talk to you there on the way home.
No, I'm all right. If it gets worse, I'll go. Oh, wait a second. Father Michael, I want you to meet Rachel. Rachel, this is Father Michael.
How do you do, Father? You know, if all the priests looked like you, I'd probably go to church once in a while.
I know what you mean.
Nice to meet you.
Hey, he's a really nice guy, too.
Someone you can open your eyes to?
Definitely, yes.
All right.
Am I missing something?
Oh, no. It's just a little inside joke. It's nothing. We should go.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
See ya.
Where's that Carter?
He was in pretty good spirits, don't you think? I mean, especially for a kid who's been laying in a hospital bed 24 hours a day.
Yeah, it reminds me of me when I was that age. Always looking for a positive angle on an otherwise bum situation.
Oh, you haven't changed much. You still do that.
The problem is sometimes I don't.
Bonnie, what's wrong? You've been acting weird all afternoon. Are you on another planet or something?
No, really, it's nothing.
Come on, tell me. We're friends. We share just about everything. And we certainly know I've told you enough of my problem.
All right. There's something I have to ask you. I don't know if I can do it.
You can ask me anything.
This is a favor, Gina. It's very important.
All right, ask me already. What are friends for?
All right, this doesn't necessarily have to do with friendship, though. It has to do with, like, lovers. Do you think you could find it in your heart to be my fiancé?
What happened to him?
We were interrogating him and he freaked.
He looks a little crazy.
I think he's just scared. In fact, Tori, if you got a moment, could you get Dr. Friedman down here to administer a sedative?
Why, is he dangerous?
I don't know. We're going to keep somebody watching his room for a while just to make sure.
Okay, sure.
Thanks.
Bruce?
Yeah. What?
Hi, what happened? We went to the police station. They said something about you and Jack and that somebody got hurt.
No, nobody got hurt.
What happened?
Well, we just eliminated Jack as a suspect. His story fell apart.
Oh, well, that's great, but so much for my idea.
No, wait a
What
second.
idea?
It was a great idea.
Wait
It's a great
second.
idea.
Somebody want to fill me in here? What's going on?
I was just thinking, Cruz, that maybe we should put Jack under hypnosis. Maybe we can find something out from him that we haven't already found out on a conscious level.
Like, how come he knows so much about these crimes he didn't commit? That's a great idea. I'll have to drop charges before we can put him under, but I was going to do that anyway.
You also have to get his consent.
Yeah, I don't think that'll be a problem. He's been screaming for a lie detector test. The man seems determined to prove that he did it. If we catch a break, he may end up helping us prove who really did it. Give me a couple minutes, I'll make a call.
Please don't turn on the light.
Loving you now, I pray that this night will last.
Are you okay?
Wise men say you can't pretend when there's nothing in
It's beautiful, Bunny.
Hey, when I buy a rock, I don't mess around.
You're telling me.
Are you sure you want to do this? I'll understand if you say no.
Well, how could I say no? I mean, after everything you've done for me.
You're making me a very happy man, Gina. I just want to tell you that.
What in the Sam Hill's going on here?
Hey, Paisan, join the celebration.
Don't look like nothing I want to celebrate.
He thinks...
What's so damn funny?
Nothing. There's nothing going on. It's not real. It's a joke.
It's just a plan, a ruse for my Uncle Mario.
Gina's marrying your Uncle Mario?
I'm not marrying anybody. Will you just listen to Bunny for a minute?
Listen, Sonny, my Uncle Mario, he's the big capo of the Tagliari family. We used to be very close. Now we don't get along so good. He thinks I'm a little strange.
Where'd he get an idea like that?
Anyway, he's coming to town. Now, this guy can be a royal pain if he wants to be, so I figure if he thinks I'm getting married, then it'll rid some of the doubt. You know, get him off my back.
Sounds kind of freaky to me. I don't like it.
Oh, come on, Sonny. There's nothing to be jealous about.
I'm not jealous.
Yes, you are. I can tell. And I think it's very sweet.
See, I thought that if I went back there, that I could put everything into perspective. That I could see that that happened to me then, and this is now, and I'm okay now, but all it did was just bring back all the fear.
You went through hell. It's not surprising that you're having difficulty putting it behind you.
What I'm having difficulty with is that I keep falling apart whenever you're around me, and I can't do that to you. It's not fair.
I want to be here.
You always are there for me. I feel like I'm caught in this trap between Mason, you on one side, Mason on the other. It's like being caught between Satan and a saint, and I can't handle it. I don't want to use you.
If I felt that you were using me, I wouldn't be here for you.
We can't pretend when the dust...
Can you hear me? We're going to ask you some questions now, Jay. They're very simple questions, but we still want you to take your time in answering them, okay? And we want you to tell us the absolute truth. You understand?
I understand.
Jack, do you know what I'm talking about when I ask you about the rapes?
The rapes.
Are you responsible for committing those rapes?
No.
You were lying when you confessed to them.
Yes.
Did someone tell you to lie? Did someone make you lie about committing those rapes?
I wanted you to believe me. All lies.
But you know a lot about them. Why?
I read things. I found things.
Did anyone give you any of the things that you found, Jack?
I don't remember.
This isn't telling us anything we don't already know. Jack, do you know who the rapist is? Jack? Do you know who committed the rapes? Do you know who the man is?
Yes.